Thank you. Immigration without assimilation is an invasion. So read the T-shirt that a lovely older immigrant lady wore in the Cairns March for Australia on Sunday. Many of the tens of thousands of Australians who marched for Australia on Sunday were not born here. Like me, they're immigrants. I spoke with marchers from all over the world, of every religion and skin colour, wonderful Australians who came here as migrants legally, who love this country and who have built a life in Australia, not on top of it. Not those who impose their religion, their culture, their intolerance and their perpetual hate onto Australians that marchers rightly criticised. Marchers criticise politicians and others who hate this country so much they seek to flood Australia with like-minded arrivals, to destroy our culture, to carve off religious and ethnic enclaves in order to divide us. The Australian public are not against immigrants. We've had a gutful of excessive mass immigration. A simple distinction that the unhinged rants from Greens and Labor senators yesterday was designed to cover up. I appreciate the far left in this country have disappeared up their own nobility complex and have completely abandoned any pretence of democracy, decency or civil discourse. Vile, unhinged abuse, devoid of facts, indeed devoid of any relevance to the motion I presented yesterday, doesn't work on One Nation. It doesn't work on our supporters and it doesn't work on those who attended the many marches for Australia. Our beautiful country can lift up only so many people before the economic and social cost causes the elastic of society to snap back, which is the process you're watching with confused looks on your faces and fear in your eyes. The immigration debate is not an argument about someone's past nationality, religion or skin colour. It's an argument about wealth and opportunity and security. Labor Prime Minister Julia Gillard knew this to be true. In an address to the University of Western Sydney in March 2013, the then Prime Minister Gillard promised Labor would, quote, "Stop foreign workers being put at the front of the queue with Australian workers at the back. We will support your job and put Aussie workers first." What a difference 10 years makes. Now those foreign workers are being advanced to the front using DEI and Australian workers are being told not to apply. Often the application is not even for a job with secure employment, an award or guaranteed conditions. In the new Australia, jobs are now a subcontractor arrangement requiring an Australian business number, an ABN. A micro-business with a single customer, the same business which used to employ Australians on permanent employment with awards protecting wages and working conditions. No more. In just 10 years, the Greens have pushed Labor so far to the left they have abandoned their working-class base, embracing a UN, World Economic Forum sustainability agenda which gives their members less and foreign predatory billionaires more. It's no surprise that marchers included members of the AWU, CFMEU, ETU and other unions who've seen their wealth, opportunity and their place in Australia reduced. Labor has failed to defend Australian workers from employment arrangements that destroy the standard of living of everyday Australians. Instead of listening to the public, rightly complaining, Labor came into this place yesterday and ranted against One Nation, name-called, lied and misrepresented out of confusion and fear. One Nation has a message for this government. Go back to your masters at the World Economic Forum, go back to your owners, the world's predatory billionaires, and tell them Australia has had enough. We're not going to be ground zero for your evil plan to tear apart Australian society, culture and cohesion and rebuild it in the image of the World Economic Forum. Everyday Australians want our country back. Our success is inevitable because our Australia, built on family, on community and, yes, on national pride, is paradise compared to your ugly vision of a society based on an ever-changing agenda relying on intimidation and bullying. Harvard political scientist Robert Putnam found that the greater the diversity in a community, the less they volunteer, the less they give to charity and the less they work on community projects. A massive new study based on detailed interviews of nearly 30,000 people across America supports those who marched on Sunday. In the most diverse communities, neighbours trust one another about half as much as they do in the most homogeneous settings. The study found that virtually all measures of civic health are lower in more diverse settings. Ask the 5 tight monocultures: Japan, Taiwan, China, South Korea, Singapore. Diversity is not our strength. Our strength is Australians who've come here from all over the world with different races and religions providing different perspectives on life, working together as a community of Australians old and new. One Nation welcomes anyone who loves our country, who wants to join in, pull their weight, follow our laws and in so doing lift themselves up. If that's the Australia you love, please join One Nation and help us reverse the decline of our beautiful country.